Well, everyone, welcome to Windows 8. Pretty excited about this release. Actually, it's after playing with it for a couple hours there, it's just not bad. It takes a little bit of getting used to. It's different, that's for sure. But I'm gonna go through some of the basics that can just help you get going with Windows 8. And if you're using Windows right now, you can go to the Microsoft website and purchase it for $39 plus tax. You'll download a file, and you can take that file and burn it to a disk, and then there's your CD, like there's your Windows 8. It'll give you a CD key, you write it down, it'll also email it to you. So you write that down, and then you can put the CD in and install Windows 8 or upgrade and keep your files and just do a straight upgrade. Or you can download it and then just install it right from there instead of burning it. It's your choice. For $39. For $69 you can they'll ship you out a copy of it, and you'll have like a real disc. But I just went the cheap route, got the $39 one. You know, I can keep my image backed up, so that doesn't really bother me. But what you're looking at right now is the start panel. This is what you're first going to load into after you're done doing the installation, and it's going to walk you through, and you know, you're going to have to pick some settings and, you know, make a user account and make a Microsoft email, which I advise, which is just like a Hotmail account, because that will make this experience so much funner. This is honestly a great release. I'm pretty happy about it so far. So let me just show you some of the features here. So like I said, this is your start panel, and you don't have to use this. Like, you know, this might intimidate you, but you don't have to use it. When you just load up, you're gonna have a desktop panel or tab here, and you can click that and you have your desktop. Like, really, it looks just like Windows 7 and Windows Vista. The only difference is there's no start button. Like, there's a start, but there's no button down here. You have to just go down into the corner, see? And you can bring up the start, which is this. And then from here, you can list things to have it shown here, which I have done. When you load up, you're not going to have this column here. I just put those in because I use those. So what you can do is right click, and you're going to get this little bar that shows up, and just go to all apps. And this is all the, I'm going to put this in quotes, but apps on your computer that you have running. So from this one screen you can get to pretty much anywhere you want to go. You know, you got your Windows system here, so it's all grouped up. It all has like it's all in, like, I'm gonna say, folders. So your system, you got your computer, you got your file explorer, you got your control panel here, you got your task manager and your run. Then you can go to Windows accessories, and you got your paint, your notepad, you know, WordPad, Windows Media. And then when you install stuff, you're gonna get these additional folders or groupings, let's say. So, like, you know, I installed Spybot, so I got these malware bytes, you know, I got this. And just to let you know, you don't need to install any antivirus program with Windows 8, because it comes with Windows Defender right here. And if you look, it looks just like Microsoft Security Essentials. And the other amazing feature to Windows 8 is I have a custom built computer, so when I format or something, I have to spend at least a half an hour, 45 minutes installing drivers for everything. With Windows 8, I honestly did nothing. I didn't have to install one driver. It picked up my graphics card, as you can see with my NVIDIA settings over here. We're still getting used to where everything is around here. Right here, like, it picked up my NVIDIA card. You know, it's displaying down here. Everything's set up. I was pretty impressed with that, actually, which was great. Now the benefits of making a Microsoft account. So if you're using Gmail and all that, that won't work with this. Has to be Microsoft, so it has to be Hotmail or .live or .outlook now, is I think their new one. Then you can take advantage of this whole operating system, literally. For instance, when you log in as your actual, like I'm logged in through my email account. It's not like a user account like the other operating systems. You log in with your email account. And you'll see your name show up here in the top right. And you can click on this and go to change account picture, but that's just a quick way of going into change account settings. So you get this screen here, and you can go to the lock screen. So what the lock screen is when you're on timer, like when you're on timeout, you walk away from your computer, this is what will show up after a set amount of time. And you can change the settings here. Your start screen, this is customizable. And they're going to ask you this when you're installing your operating system. So your operating system might not look exactly like mine did. But you can go through it and change everything. Pick your color scheme and all that. Account picture. If you have a picture of yourself, you can throw it in there. And you'll see that, like even when you switch users, you'll have your picture. It's pretty neat. You can see the users on the account. Because my account is the administrative account, I can like add users. I can see like this is my wife here. She's on here with her email account, and then I just got my family account that I made, just for friends and family who want to come over. They can just check out Windows 8. Now you got a whole bunch of things here in your PC settings, and to get to your PC settings, in case you always don't want to go that way. Oh, and in case I haven't shown you, to close a window. You come up here, as you can see when you mouse up to the top, you can see it turns into a little hand. So you just left click and hold it and drag it down, and it's off. And if you want to see if you have any running windows open, you can go up here to the top left corner, and as you can see I have my desktop still running. So you just click up in the corner and your desktop will open. And if you have multiple like applications, you can switch between them. For instance, check out your mail. So by logging in with your email, you have instant mail set up. You don't have to do nothing. It's just automatically configured. You just click this button, and boom, your email opens up. Now you can switch between your desktop and your email just by clicking up in the top left. Or go down to your start menu down here in the bottom left, or if you're up here like you just seen, and you can see how the top left, you can see the other window. Well, if you move your mouse down, you'll get this panel. So if you had multiple sessions open here, you can just quickly select which one you want to select. So back to the start menu. As you can see, my background changed and all that. These here, what you're seeing going on, is just other little apps that you got. Like this is my photos. So these are the photos you have in your computer, and it links up with Facebook. Like really, there's no reason to even log into Facebook anymore. I'm gonna show you some cool stuff soon too. So you got your photos here, you got your pictures library, and what your pictures library will be is when you go to your start, or I guess I could have just went to my desktop. So when you're on your desktop, you can, when you go to your file manager here, Windows Explorer, you'll see your pictures. So any pictures in here, in your libraries folder, will show up in your start menu photos when you click on them. Like you'll see this. Right now all you're seeing on the outside here is just from my Facebook. And then you got your SkyDrive, which is another free feature that Microsoft gives you now, and it's right here. And what it is, it's just like storage on a cloud. You can access it from anywhere. See right here, it's nice and easy. They'll show you a little video on how to use it. I got nothing in it. I haven't put anything in it yet. I'm still kind of testing out the operating system, but you just put things in there. So you right click and you'll get your and if you right click in any apps and stuff, or Windows now, or whatever you want to call these new features, When you right click, you'll get this bottom taskbar here, and you can do stuff to it. Like I can add a folder, I can upload pictures, you know, select all. And when you go over to the right, either the top corner or the bottom corner, you'll get this little side panel here. And with this side panel, you'll see settings and all that. The above, the first 4 options are pretty standard, they won't change. But your settings button here will change depending on where you, like which app you're in. For instance, and then you can go back through the little arrow here. Like you can go back and stay within the app. If you want to close the app, you got to drag it down. But what was I saying? Damn it. Oh yeah, the settings. So because I'm in my start menu, I got my settings for my start menu. I can go to my tiles, you know, clear, show administrative tiles, you know, on for me because I like doing that. Okay, so that's done. I pretty much already have them there, but it's gonna show everything now because that's what I like to do. I'm an administrator. So anyways, so now let's say you're in your mail. Okay, you go down to this corner here, you hit settings. Now you got settings for your mail. So the same place, you'll always be able to change your settings. Doesn't matter where you are. So to close that again, you just go down. Let's see the app store. So it just says store here. You'll also see a number up here in the top right corner of the store. That will indicate any of your apps that need updates, and you just click it, and it'll, like, the first thing that pops up will be the apps that need updating. So what this is, and this is what you'll see when you first open up your page. Oops. So when you first open up your app store, you're gonna see, you know, Spotlight, and then games. Everything's kind of listed, grouped together. And just like a phone, you just go to your games. Okay, you can click these are advertised. You can click top free, new releases, so hit top free. Then you got all the apps here, and you just click one. You know, you can read about it down here, and then just go install, and then it's installing. And then once it's installed, you'll see it show up when you go when you go down to your all apps. So you would right click all apps, you'll see it listed in here somewhere. Okay, now I'm going to show you some other features here. So I'm going to close my window because I don't need to be in my pictures anymore. And now you can see it's gone from the selection up here. And close out of that. Down here you can add anything you see in this start tab instead of always having to come here if you're in your desktop, because really the desktop is still important because this is where your programs are going to be launched. Anything that you do launch, that you install and everything, will be loaded through the desktop. The desktop will pop up and then you will run your program. The start menu is just a neat feature, like all the built-in apps and all that, those will run in the start style screen. But anything over here will run. Like if I hit control panel, desktop opens up. But you get your control panel. You just can't get to it down here. So if you want to add it down here to your taskbar or even to your desktop, you can. So you just go to your start menu and you right click. You can right click on multiple stuff. You can unpin it. You can remove it from the list here. And you click on one, you know, pin to taskbar. Okay, so what that'll do is now it's down on my taskbar right here, control panel. Okay, and you can right click on it and unpin this program from taskbar. If you really want to set it as a desktop background or icon, you can right click and go to open file location on like anything you want in here. So if there's something you want to know how to get to, you just right click on it and go to open file location. It'll take you right to it. So now I'm at control panel, so now you can right click, send to desktop, and now it's here on my desktop. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it is neat. I'm gonna have to say that. I really love the fact I didn't have to download anything, like my drivers, mind you, and that was just awesome. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna like just insert a disk that I have with software, and we're gonna install a program just to show you guys how that works in this. Pretty much the same thing, but so I'm just gonna put my disk in now. And after I install this program, we're going to actually, you know what? I'm going to remove a program and then install this program, because I'm going to remove my LibreOffice, which is a free Windows, and I'm going to put on my Microsoft Office package. So you put a CD in, loads right to it. It's pretty sweet. And then I just click on it. This is my software. So I'm going to install something from there. But first I want to uninstall a program. So if you're in your start menu and you don't have all these tabs listed here, you can right click, go to all apps, and you're going to want to go to your Windows Windows system over here and go to control panel. Okay. And here you'll see it in category view, but I don't really like that, so I'm going to change mine to large icons. Just kind of breaks everything up. And you're going to want to go to programs and features over here, and this will just give you a list of all the programs you have installed on your computer. So this is what I want to remove, so I just click on it and go to uninstall up here. And if you can hear that, that's the cool new Windows sound. I don't know, kind of fun. It's different, so it's neat. So you can, in the future, don't show me this again, or it's just confirming that you want to remove this. I don't really like to remove that feature, just in case I do click on the wrong thing and uninstall it. I've done that a few times. So I'm just gonna, pause the video, and it's just gonna walk through the install. So I'll be right back. And I just wanted to resume the video here because I got the pop-up here. So this is like an admin password, or you just hitting OK. So I would just hit yes. I don't know if you can see that because of the recording. It doesn't show that, I don't think. But all it is, it's just a pop-up confirming that you are agreeing to install this program. Not removing the shortcut, we can do that manual, that's nothing. So anyways, it's just still uninstalling there, so I'll be right back. Alright, so that just finished uninstalling. The only interaction I had to do was just hit yes on that UAC there. So that's it. So we uninstalled it. It's gone. We can verify that if you really want to. We can go to our run, which is here, and we just type lib. So there's nothing that matches that. Office was the last word in there, nothing that matches that. So it's gone from our computer. So the run is a cool feature, because if you're ever trying to look for something, you can just go into run. I have it here, but you can like I said, right click on all apps and go to your Windows system and go to run. And you can get anywhere, so like control panel. Right click, boom, brings it right up. Okay, so that's pretty neat. Again, you got your settings here for your desktop, control panel, personalized, PC info. Same thing you get with this pretty much. While we're here, I'm going to show you the task manager, which it has changed. So I know I'm getting a little redundant here by going into here, but it's just new, so I want you guys to know it. So you just go to your start menu down the bottom, right click, all apps. This is where it will be, and you can go to task manager and it'll open up, and it's really different. I don't know if you've ever seen your task manager. If you have, this is a pretty great improvement actually. It has everything here, even your services, all right here. Your services are just what's running on your computer, what stops, what starts automatically. You can change that. Double click on it, or sorry, right click on it, start, open service, This is where you can actually change the stuff and configure your services, but that's a little above and beyond what I'm trying to point across in this video. So your processes, this just shows you what's running. So your apps, I got my task manager running because this is this right now. It's using 0.5% of my CPU. It's using 8.6 megs of my memory. It's using no network. Like, it's awesome task manager. And then this is my recording that I'm using right now. It's only using 4% of my CPU, 165 megs of my RAM. Like, it's awesome. Performance, this has changed. Your CPU, you know, you can watch this chart. It's nice because it continuously flows. The other one, you would look at it and it started when you opened it. This one kind of shows you a little graph here. Gives you a little more time. Your memory, which is like your RAM and stuff. This is your line. Like, I believe if it gets up in the middle of all your RAM, you'll see this change to like a red or a blue or something. Your disk, this is just your hard drive, you know, the writing speed and everything, how it's being like access and frequent. Your internet, these here just because of my virtual machine that I have. I don't really have 3 Ethernet ports on my computer. I just have the one, and it just spikes every once in a while. Updates and all that stuff. Your app history, so you can see, you know, what things have used up the most network, because apps do run off the network, like your music and your news and your mail and your calendar and all that stuff. Internet Explorer, that uses network, so it's gonna show you here. Your startup, things that start up. It's awesome. Like, everything's right here in your task manager. Users, who's logged in. This is me. This is everything that's running under my account right now. So there's multiple people on my account or logged in. I can see what they're running. Details, pretty much the same thing. What's running on my computer, and again, services, that. And the big thing I think they're trying to stress you out on is to really take advantage. Like, this is just my Windows Explorer, my file system here. I think they're really trying to make you really use these libraries here. I don't know if you guys are maybe like me, but I never used these. I always just right-clicked on my desktop, made a folder called Photos, even though there is one here called Pictures, but I still did that. But I think they're trying to make you take advantage of this just because, you know, it looks nice and pretty in here. But even then you can change that, but you know, we can get into all that later on. So what I want to show you now, you know, just I don't know, I guess we can install that program. Where am I going here? Oh yes, sorry. So my file system, my CD-ROM, my software, and I want Microsoft Office. So I'm just going to run the setup. There's my user account control. If you're not running as an admin, so if you were the one that installed this, or you were the one that bought a computer with Windows 8, and you were the first one to open it up, and you had to enter in your passwords and make a name and all that, you're the administrator, man. So you hold all the power. I highly suggest you make another account. Whether it's, I suggest that that's the account you use all the time. You don't use your administrative account. You just run either a family account or, you know, and for Windows 8, it's a little different because you are using your Hotmail, so you know, you don't want to not take advantage of that. And there's also a lot more security features in Windows 8, so you don't have to worry too much about, you know, the malware and all that right now. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So back to what I was doing. Yeah, I know what some of you guys are thinking right now, but I don't care. So I'm going to agree to that. Install. Okay, so that's like, it's pretty much the same thing as before. It's just a little bit, you know, intimidating when you log in and this is the first thing you see. You're like, holy shit. Sorry. But I'm gonna let you guys in on something, and I felt retarded about this, but I literally, and I'm not joking when I say this, and I thought I would never have to do this in my life as an IT. I had to look on Google how to shut down Windows. Alright? I know that sounds retarded, but I had to Google that. And I'm sure if I look, my history's still there. And I will prove it. Okay, it wasn't there, it was in Google. I'm showing you guys this. Okay, you see that? See how the link's purple? I had to go there because I did not know how to shut down this damn operating system. Then it clued into me. Well, sorry, I guess it didn't, but I had to watch. You just go to the right side here, click on your settings, and it's just right here, power. Hit it, shut down, sleep, restart, notifications, volume, your network. So, just letting you in on that little secret, how to shut down your operating system. It's probably the first thing you guys should learn how to do. But by showing you guys that, I remembered a cool little thing here. As I see, I just clicked here, hit to Google. I didn't have that by default. I was in the new Internet Explorer 10, and if you open it through the app, it looks all pretty and cool, and you can go to your MSN homepage is usually what you got here. It looks sweet. But again, I was like, how the hell do I even click on a web page? Like, where do I go? I'm scrolling over to the left, the bottom, the right. Okay, I don't want my damn settings. I'm going up to the top. How the hell do I enter in a web page? Well, you right click. I don't know why they made it like that, but you right click and you can enter in a website down here. And when you click on this bar, you will get your frequently used websites, your pinned websites, and your favorites. So what the pins are, I'll show you with YouTube. You go ahead and go to YouTube, whatever. And when you go back down here, you can right click on this. Oops. Wow. Okay. Let me restart here. Okay, you go to your web page. You right click, and before you click anywhere, you just click the little pin symbol. Pin it. Okay, so you can pin to start, add to favorites. That's how you add to your favorites or pin to your start. So if you pin to your start, it'll show you this. You called it YouTube, whatever. And now, when you close your internet, you got it right here. You just click on it. Boom, brings you right to YouTube. Pretty sweet. You can have a lot of stuff here. I don't know, it's pretty and you can scroll over, so you can have a bunch of stuff all on this one screen. Like, you really don't have to go to your desktop. The only thing is everything on this pretty little panel will load to your desktop. So I'm done here with Windows. Been blabbing on for quite a while now. 29 minutes. We're almost done. So now that Windows is installed, should see it over here. Let's see. So everything that just installed showed up here. Well, I don't really want all of this that just installed. So you just right click on everything. I want Word there because Word is what I use the most. Right click on everything and just go unpin from start. And then I'm going to move this down, which you just left click and hold. You can move all your stuff around if you want to. You can put it anywhere you want. You just left click, hold, and move it around. So now when I open up Microsoft Office, it's right here. It's good to go. And I'm just going to go next, and no. And there you go. So that we just installed the program, uninstalled the program. I showed you guys the basics. If you really want to, if you want to go to your settings, you just oops, all apps and system settings. Where is that? System configuration, I believe. Nope, that's your startup actually. That's pretty neat. Well, I guess that's in your task manager now. Startup. So if you want something you don't want to start up when your computer starts up, it's right here. So just disable. These are everything that, this is everything that does start up. Where the hell is system configuration? I know how to get to it from here. You just hit Paul or your username, go to change account, and you get your PC settings. So I guess for now I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's the easiest way. So like I said, I haven't really learned the ins and outs to the fast or the other ways around things. I've just learned how to get to the fast things. And I guess I should have mentioned updates at the beginning, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably exited out by now. But Windows updates right here. So you just check for updates now, click on that. These will actually check for Windows updates, not like your apps. Your apps are separate. But, you know, we can install one important update. So you just click on the, I don't know if you can notice that, but it slightly changes color. Just click on it. It'll bring up a nice cool little dialog box, install. Update for Windows Defender, sure. Might as well. But anyways, you can check out a bunch of stuff. You know, you got all, it's a really fun operating system to just play around with. You know, your music, like, you know, and I heard actually you're going to be able to play Xbox games on this. But this is your music, man. Like, this first tab here is My Music. So whatever you have in your My Music folder here, or music folder, anything you have in here will show up in that list in music here. And when you start playing the songs, this tab will grow. And this is now playing, so this is stuff I've been playing. You can, you know, smart DJ, check things out. And these are just music I guess they recommend, and you can click on them and listen to them, man. Like, you just click on whoever Night Train is, and this Not in Town, play, and look at that, it's playing. It's the full song, 3 minutes. That's awesome. Actually, the song sounded pretty cool. Alright, so anyways, you can just hit your escape button too and get out of those things too. So yeah, that's Windows 8 in a nutshell. So I hope that kind of helped you understand the operating system a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of neat things to it, and I know you will enjoy it. It's just going to take a little bit of getting used to. It's just a new way of using Windows. But I'm signing off, and thanks for listening, guys. Hope this helped.